U.S. Department of Labor's Bureau of Labor Statistics, social work is one of the fastest growing careers in the United States. The profession was expected to grow by 30% by 2010. Currently, nearly 600,000 people hold social work degrees. With me now to talk about the profession as well as an upcoming conference are the Guam Chapter of the National Association of Social Workers, Executive Director Marlene Ongesii and Program Committee Chair Dr. Gerhard Schwab. Thank you both for joining us tonight.
Thank you for allowing us.
Now, before we get to the specifics of the upcoming conference, for our viewers at home, let's talk about the social work profession itself, because really social workers help people overcome some of life's most difficult challenges. It's a job that's not necessarily restricted to one particular issue. Right?
Well, currently I've been the executive director with NASW, and it was incorporated in 1999. Prior to that, the social work community was active, and they used to have Guam Association of Social Workers. But we have been linked with the national office, which provides us funding. Currently, we have about 61 members, and we're looking to expand to get more. There's a lot of social workers out there in the profession, and what we're looking for is to bring them in and unify it, because we do have our core values, and you know, it's a profession unique to its own. And I'm also a graduate of the University of Guam with the BSW, and was part of the first MSW cohort.
What attracted you guys to this field?
Social work is, I think, is the most interesting, the most exciting, and it's a very honorable and very challenging job. And I think for people who really want to grow and who really want to kind of look at the real life and want to make a difference and want to make the community a better community and want to work with people to improve their lives, then social work is a profession. We at the university for 30 years now have a Bachelor of Social Work degree, and we are very successful. We are very proud about the University of Guam to have brought us to the level that we have an accredited social work degree, that we meet all the standards. And it's really a great privilege and a great honor to work with social work students. I'm teaching at the university, and especially when I see the work that our graduates are doing in the field, whether it's Department of Youth Affairs, Child Protective Services, in the hospital, anywhere in the private sector with Sanctuary. Because bottom line, you and me and viewers out there, sooner or later in life, we need social workers. We may have an accident and may end up in a wheelchair and need to adjust to a new life in a wheelchair. We may have a stroke and need medical services. I mean, life has become complex. We have become a very complex society. Social problems are becoming more difficult to understand, more difficult to address, and we need professionals who not only have the values and the commitment to improve life of people who are disadvantaged, but also who have the knowledge to know how to do it. So it's an exciting field.
You were mentioning earlier that there's about, what, 70 correct members roughly?
Yes.
And you're looking for more people to join the organization. Where do they go and who do they call?
Well, they contact me. My email is naswgu@gmail, and for BSW members, it's 125. For MSWs and associate memberships, so even if you don't have a social work degree, you can join as an associate member. And it's 190, and there's a vast majority through our national affiliation. There's a lot of education, CEUs, trainings that help these professionals in their careers, and it's a wide range of topics. I mean, interestingly, we're in support of the sex texting and bullying, and even at the national level, they were providing us information. So we utilize our Social Work Speaks from the national to incorporate it and localize it on Guam, to give the voices of the social workers and those in the practicing profession a voice, and to kind of guide them in their jobs.
We should note that that bill was signed into law today by the governor. Well, let's talk about the upcoming training conference.
Yes.
Wonderful. That's another annual event, and the main purpose of the conference is to learn from each other, to educate each other, because there are no books that you can pull off the shelves and say, okay, how do I read about mental health services in Guam? Right? And there are no books written about that. But we have professionals, highly qualified, long-term committed social workers in the field, and for instance they talk about disparities in mental health services for children. So you can go to the conference and learn about, now, how is it that some kids get excellent services in mental health and other kids not as good services and other kids don't get anything. Right? So we learn from each other. What is the field? What are the issues? How do people try to address it? How do people respond? So it's a wonderful educational opportunity for us social workers, for people in related professions who may have had another educational track and then, for whatever circumstances, chose a career in some allied human health services and are in the field. So it's an educational conference. We network, we see each other, we celebrate, we have a good time with each other. So it's a wonderful thing, a wonderful thing. And it's a lot of work. I want to especially thank all the presenters who prepare their talks and prepare to share their knowledge. We have a wonderful series of presenters.
Who are the presenters? Are they all from Guam?
It's actually an international conference. We have Joseph Gerson. He's a world famous United Nations human rights social justice activist, and he's talking about the global role of the United States and how the political agenda of the United States relates to Guam political status to social issues. Then we have Daniel Summerfleck, long-term lawyer, social worker. We have Julian Agwin, author on human rights, indigenous rights expert, and we have Marlene Benawani, who is long-term, and she knows the in and outs of the local communities, of the cultures. We have Dr. Rapadas talking about from the Department of Youth Affairs. So it's an exciting field, and Situs Mase, Toro Hamzu, to all those who prepare there.
Well, we're just about out of time. Real quickly, when is it, where is it, and how do people attend?
It's at the Holiday Inn. It's on March 23rd, 24th, and on the 25th is it's included. It's the awards banquet night where we'll be awarding individuals awards in the community. They can contact me 727-7908 or via email to register at naswgu@gmail.com.
Okay, well, thank you both for